Hey guys, it's your humble host, or Kill if you prefer, so I'm back with another video. I know I said I wasn't really going to cover this, I didn't want to touch this with a 9-foot pole, but there's some stuff that I have found that I think you guys need to see, because I don't think there's a whole lot of people showing this. There's a lot of talk. But there's not a lot of evidence showing. And you would have to be in a certain group to see certain things, and so I want to show you some of the things that I found. Now, one of the things I want to say right away, because a lot of people said I was full of garbage, a lot of people said that you can't coach children into thinking that they were sexually abused, and yes, you can. So I actually have a screenshot, and this is between Without a Crystal Ball, and I know a lot of people, not a lot of fans, I'm not a fan either, but apparently Courtney was talking with Katie Joy, aka Without a Crystal Ball. Had a few conversations with her from the DMs I have, or text messages that I have gathered. So that's kind of interesting. Apparently Courtney has been talking to a couple different people. Anyway, I wanted to show you one particular one, because this is out of Courtney's own mouth. Stating that there is no physical evidence for Sophie being sexually abused. Now, keep in mind, let me remind you guys, is that when there was talk of the court documents going around, because I've even made a video about it, because there was talk of how there was Sophie's medical stuff in there, that there were rape kits in there. Let me remind the audience that Sophie was taken to multiple doctors, and from what I understand, from what I've heard, is that none of the doctors said that there was any physical evidence of sexual abuse. Courtney Chalmers herself repeats this. Now, there is one doctor, when she was taken to an ER, and she was seen by a doctor there, said that there is no physical evidence to prove or deny sexual abuse, and that the result was inconclusive. So I'm going to go over to the screen right now. So there it is. I do apologize, my OBS has been acting a little bit weird. Okay, so again, this is Katie Paulson, Katie Joy, Without a Crystal Ball. Yesterday, pressed Courtney about continuing to assert that Sophie was SA'd. She flat out admitted that there is no physical evidence of abuse. There were multiple exams performed on Sophie because Courtney kept taking her to a doctor after doctor. No doctor or nurse signed off on SA, only one said that they came to the ER for SA, but that there was no evidence to say either for or against. Just summarizing that last bit. I still have no idea what happened when they were up all night. I wasn't there, but he also acted confused when I didn't understand why Sophie was too tired for classes I was trying to work on with her. So, doesn't seem innocent, but I just don't know. There's no evidence it happened. The boys have said she lied. I understand there is no physical evidence. I really don't want to talk about it. So, remember the accusations of how there was 5 men in the hotel room, which, by the way, that video, this is what has been expressed to me, through the grapevine, mind you, is that hotel video of Sophie looking this way, and Michael Long using the safety word like mockingbird or mockingjay, and you hear a male voice in the background telling Sophie to tell Michael that she is safe. From what I understand, from what has been expressed to me, because I've asked about this video, is they're saying that this was a cop. This was not Jake in the room, that this was a cop. That video looked really, really bad. And now this text message casts doubt, because remember those diary pages? Remember how it was said that Sophie knew Jake by his smell, which was a really bad indicator of what was being alleged happened. So that video in itself there's now doubt being cast on said video, and it's being expressed that the male voice in that video was a cop. There was a cop in the hotel room checking things out. So another screenshot I want to show you guys has to do with how, and this is a claim that Courtney is making against Michael, that she said that she testified with this, and this has to do with Phoenix, which is the child born of Michael and Courtney. So let me get in here. Oh, it pops up right away. Oh, you're behaving now. Cool. So he was overly aggressive with him on a few occasions. Like Phoenix accidentally hit him in the privates when they were all wrestling. I had banned wrestling from the house like 100 times for reasons like this, and he just slapped him across the face. It had all been reported to CBS. Oh my gee, that's heartbreaking. He's only a baby. What is wrong with him? Okay, zoom in here. I know that was back in October. He had only turned 3 in July. He makes me sick. You did the right thing getting away from him, and it's sad Phoenix can't have a relationship with his dad, but Mike is unstable, and he's very abusive. And Jack and Lucas saw it happen, and my mom and myself were in the living room and heard it. Phoenix came running out crying with his fingers across his face. So there is one more. This is very picky. Windows 10 kind of messed this up a little bit. Did Mike ever get it after? He needs anger management to hit a toddler is unbelievable. That is why I was so angry that Jimmy would try and get custody for him, because I spoke to Jimmy in December. I was really upset, and she told me to take Phoenix and leave, that I had to do what was best for him because of everything going out there. So remember, Jamie was Mike's lawyer, and do also recall how suddenly Jamie was no longer in the picture for the case, and it had been expressed that Mike and Jamie decided it was best that they just kind of depart ways. You guys remember that? Timing of that was interesting, isn't it? So this is what Courtney alleged, that Michael was physically aggressive and smacked Phoenix out of anger for getting accidentally nailed in between the legs. Something else I want to show you guys is the Amazon wish list. For those of you who do not remember this, because there's an Amazon wish list, and I spoke about this with Crimes, and at first there was just like crayons and stuff for the kids, which is perfectly fine. I didn't have an issue with crayons and things like that. So, but as you can see, this is a bounce house, which is fine. It's something for the kids, $66. So, but get this. That's a smartwatch, particularly an Apple Watch. Now, I don't know if this is a Series 3 or 5. I have no way of telling. It's been a while, and I don't really care for Apple crap. But that can range anywhere from $199 if on sale, all the way up to $499, $599, depending if it has both GPS and cellular or just GPS. Why would you be asking for an Apple Watch during a custody battle when you're trying to garner money for legal means? You have a Disney Lego castle. How many pieces is this thing? Fit your Lego Disney castle. Oh, so this was $100. This is for the Lego set. They wanted to get the kids, which, by the way, is over 4,000 pieces, a $500 Lego set. Like, that's a bit much. Lego sets are fine, but really, this was for the kids, a $500 set? For young ones? Sophie was the oldest out of all of them, and she was, what, 10, 11? No, that's not for the kids. You have cabinet sets, Crestline, products, vertical, dresser, so that could have been for the kids' rooms, but again, $75. They were asking for all this stuff. Now, get this is more of the electronics. So that is an iPhone 11 right there, and how I know that, as I said, I used to be a wireless specialist. The iPhone 11 had 2 cameras, 1 flash. Now, during this time, the iPhone 12 was not released yet. So, yeah, that's an iPhone 11. $650, 2 still needed. Who the F was all getting iPhone 11s, and why the hell is it on this list? Oh, look, that is either an iPhone... I want to say maybe iPhone 7, 6S Plus, possibly. Apple was getting ready to cut the anything below iPhone 7 via software or iOS support. So that could be an iPhone 7. They're about like $200 on carrier, either Verizon, AT&T. So that's probably an iPhone 7. Still too needed. Again, who the F was getting iPhones? Why would you ask for iPhones when you're trying to garner money for court filings and court hearings? Interesting. Again, more phone stuff. Just a closer look. You have odd stuff like Colonel Seasons, Complete, candle wax, gift cards, $50, Lumen Brands, Darden Restaurants, stuffed animals. So, pretty interesting stuff to be asked for on an Amazon wishlist. Oh wait, there's more. There's more. Hold on. That was redacted. These were all to be delivered to Jeannie Long. You have a hockey table. You have a bike floating shelves. That's like household stuff or garage stuff. Oh, and look, you had perfume. This is not little girl perfume, or little girls really don't wear perfume. They wear like that fruity body spray stuff, but even I don't think little girls should be wearing any type of body spray. That's just me, because that's just kind of weird. But yeah, that's not for Sophie. That's not for the boys. That's for Courtney. So, let's see. What else do I have real quick? Because I want to keep this short and sweet. There is one more set of DMs that I want to show you. And let's see how many. Oh, there are 16 of these things. Oh my gosh. No. There is a... Oh, here you are. Oh, nope, there are 7. So, again, Courtney has been speaking with a lot of people, and I'm not entirely sure why. I think the dumbest thing that you can do is talk to every person who is willing to talk when you have some shit on your plate. Like, I'm not saying... You guys know what I'm saying. According to Courtney, allegedly, he wants to have multiple wives. He wants a trophy wife to take care of his kids so he doesn't have to, and he can run for sheriff. He was on dating sites in summer of 2020, and granted, I jumped off this case August 2020, so what a timing. During the GoFundMe period, Michael disabled parental controls on Sophie's phone, and there was text between them that she turned over to the court. Michael lied to her about Kelly repeatedly. Sophie never one time said her mom knew anything about Jacob using her until the day that they made the video. Interesting. Michael's attorney allegedly said he has a god complex, Michael is dangerous with his lies, and snapped at Phoenix and the kids. She repeatedly says Michael lies over and over, but refuses to believe that Sophie was not abused. It's just a big mental F. Oh my god, this stuff is so mentally taxing. Okay, he's done this for a long time, now he's doing it to you. It's a pattern. He doesn't do what he needs to be a parent, and he doesn't want to. He told people after Lisa got involved he needed a trophy wife to take care of the kids so he could run for sheriff. I can't make that up. He told me he wanted to run for sheriff too, so I'm pretty sure it's true. I don't either. However, I caught him on Bumble and Catholic Singles back in the summer. He tried to say someone stole our card information, and he didn't do it, but no, I'm sure he did. He told 2 of his friends that he would love a sister's wife situation that was shared with me by 2 of his best friends after everything happened in January. Mike and Elisa strike me today, LOL. So, because I would never be on board with that, I guess I had to go. Let's see. Give your reason. Go for it. It's true. Jamie told my mom that he has a god complex and he needed to get off social media and be a dad to the kids and get a job. He did none of that. Remember, Jamie's the lawyer, or was. Your sister, on the other hand, I love her. She's a firecracker. LOL, Mike is, and should be worried about her and Elisa. Yes, Ashley's a pistol, lol. She can take people on right and left. I just got overwhelmed and can't do it. When we all know more, I'm gonna do a live about it all. I found them on the 27th because I'd caught her on her phone at almost midnight the night before. I realized the parental controls must be off and got concerned because she had been guarding it a lot lately. So when I looked at it, Michael and Sophie took a walk to the river and left her phone. I found Michael had turned off parental controls and found all the text. I said that in my next message to her, but Sophie are coming around. Problem is I've picked up a lot of new people with my live about Kay, and they all, not sure. Okay, I understand. Well, I'm okay with helping people understand what I've learned through this about him, the lies he's willing to tell. I found out he lied about everything from how he got fired from Rackspace to the fact he had told me Kelly ruined him financially when it turned out everything was in her name and credit, so that wasn't true either. The man lies like he breathes. He enjoys confusing people and making you question your memory and so much more. It's scary. And you're right, when it comes right down to it, he can be dangerous when he's triggered, snapping at even a 3-year-old aggressively, and I'm sure if he could have buried me after that night of the... I think they backed off because it got muddy and confusing, but I don't know for sure all the reasons. I think little by little we all started to wonder why he wouldn't stop with social media, and things started not adding up. He kept making new groups. I was never on board with all of that. I told him that it was for the best when the first group got shut down because he wouldn't stop. He keeps making the group public and privating it. I never saw him discipline the boys out on the property, but now I really just don't know what was going on when I was asleep. So this is very tiring just to read all this stuff. But yeah, as you can see, just a little bit of it, things are really fishy. Things are not adding up. From the Amazon wish list to Courtney saying that there is no physical evidence for SA. Also something too, because this is what's being passed around, and I'm trying to find the screenshot for this, is there's talk of Michael being the one on drugs and Courtney talking about a very expensive shampoo that Michael used in order to pass a drug test. Do you guys remember that going around? It was like maybe a $300 to $500 bottle. I never saw the damn thing, but I keep hearing talk about it, so I'm going to use the word alleged. Alleged, rumored from the grapevine. But just the little bit here, now do you guys kind of see what's going on? Courtney even says it herself that there's no physical evidence. Why would you tell someone that if you still believe a child was SA'd? I mean, but granted, Sophie was taken to multiple doctors. And that was the big stink with the court documents too, because they were so freaked out about the court documents being passed around. Do you guys remember that? How they were saying the courts were going to go after people? I even made a video because I'm like, holy hell, guys, there's a rape kit in here. Can we not pass this shit around? But now that I'm thinking back on it, it's like, was there another reason why they didn't want this stuff shown? Because it's in the court documents, so there's no proof? Just a thought. I'm not saying pass them around if you have them. No, because that is very intimate stuff. Please don't. Just don't pass it around. You saw the text message from Courtney. That should be enough. If you have the court documents, keep them to yourself. Jeez. Anyway, that's all for me for now. I'm tired. Please continue to dig around. I'm going to put a link to a group. It's private, so you have to request to join. Be respectful. And if they ask you, why are you here, tell them Chambers of My Heart sent you, okay? But yeah, this is really messed up. And Michael has not handed over Sophie yet either, so...